The purpose of photosynthesis is to take sunlight and convert that energy into food in the form of glucose. So this happens in the chloroplast, and the plants take carbon dioxide out of the air, they take water up from the roots, and they create glucose. Now, they also release oxygen as a byproduct, but the main idea is to take in carbon dioxide and make glucose. These are the reactants of this product when we look at the overall formula. And we're taking, again, solar energy and we're converting it into the chemical energy of glucose as well as releasing oxygen. Now, cellular respiration, on the other hand, is taking that glucose and breaking it down to make ATP. So, this is taking the chemical energy of glucose and transforming it into the usable cellular energy of ATP. This is ATP, and the energy is stored in the phosphate bonds. So when an enzyme needs some energy, they can just break off one of these phosphates. It releases that energy so that the cell can use it. We have aerobic and anaerobic cellular respiration. And remember, another name for anaerobic is fermentation. Now, in both cases, we're taking glucose and making ATP. Aerobic, on the other hand, happens in the mitochondria. And again, think air for aerobic. It requires oxygen and it creates carbon dioxide and water. This is what we're doing right now. Anaerobic, on the other hand, does not require oxygen. It happens in the cytoplasm and it is going to create either lactic acid, so that's what happens in your muscles, or alcohol. That's what happened when we put the yeast in the mashed up grapes. Now, aerobic makes a lot more ATP, so it is much more efficient at breaking down glucose to make ATP. And so this is the one that you would want to do if possible. So when we look at the formulas for these, again, we're taking glucose. Aerobic uses oxygen. And then in both cases, we are making ATP, but anaerobic either uses lactic acid fermentation or alcoholic fermentation. And then finally, to put all of this together, the solar energy in sunlight, photosynthesis stores that in the chemical bonds of glucose. And then respiration sort of releases that by breaking down that glucose and creating the cellular energy that is ATP.